Heath is exuberant and joyful and charismatic and compassionate and careful and tender. Loveful himself.
Sometimes. His birth was pretty normal. He was fine. He was right on time. We were really excited to have a little boy. And generally, things were pretty normal. He got sick a little more, and folks were worried about it.
I think in retrospect, there were some signs that make sense now, but then didn't feel like anything other than kind of small, isolated incidents.
Right.
We were in transition. We were getting ready to move, and we're packing up boxes. I was going to take him to his 9-month well check, and we went in and did all the regular kind of checking of things. And at one point, our pediatrician heard what he said was a gallop in Heath's heart, and said he wanted to check with a colleague real quickly, and didn't seem like it was a big deal. And they exchanged this look with each other that made it clear to me that there was something going on. After a bunch of tests and Heath all of us being very tired, came in and said, "I'm going to admit you to the hospital this evening. We've got a big problem."
And he was 11 months old.
And that was the beginning of us just beginning to get a glimpse of how different life was going to be.
They told us that they thought it might be restrictive cardiomyopathy, but their worst fears were confirmed.
Restrictive cardiomyopathy in his age group is actually a really concerning diagnosis. About half the kids will die in a short time after the diagnosis or need a heart transplant. So in his case, it was a pretty concerning diagnosis at his age, and we had to discuss, all the possible options for his therapy.
They said that his heart was in such bad shape, they didn't think it would last 2 years, but that he should be on a transplant list like the next day. Came to Duke a couple days later to start the process. And at that point, your world has already been thrown upside down, but in the midst of it, we were just in a cloud at this point. Everything's happening around you.
And it was over those 10 days of waiting that we really got to experience the way all the wonderful folks at Duke treated us kind of fully as a part of the team. Just took such care and with such time and tenderness, really, really, really made a huge difference for the ways we experienced the fear of those weeks.
So we had been at Duke for 9-10 days. He had been on life support. We were starting to get down. I think everybody was getting worried. It was Christmas time. It was December 13th, and my phone rang. And I picked it up, and it was somebody from Transplant Services, and she said, "We think we have a heart." And so we have a team on the way, and we are going to make sure everything's okay, but we're going to start prepping him for surgery.
Unusual for kids his age who normally wait 2 or 3 months for a transplant. He had his in 10 days.
And they started prepping him, and at this point, everybody in the PICU, they felt like family because we had been together for so long. And so they were all so excited, and we're getting him ready. At 3 o'clock in the morning, they began surgery. They finished and gave us updates throughout because it was a long surgery, and met us early in the morning. And he said, "He has a good heart. I think things went really well."
Out of the things I do, that's one of the most exciting moments, is to watch a heart start to beat that wasn't beating at the moment.
And you can't beat that. Can't beat people treating your child that way, like he is one of their own. He has been back and forth for smaller things, but we mostly are what you would call frequent flyers of the clinic for his leg things, other than heart, with our wonderful, amazing Duke heart team. And that, I think, has made all the difference for us. His care and the continued care that we've had has been truly a gift to all of us. Heath is doing beautifully. I really think you probably can understand why people call him a miracle kid. But the thing that's been so amazing is that it's like he knows that he's lucky to be alive. And he knows that this gift is his. One of the greatest gifts that Duke gave us, Duke gave Heath, was the chance to be a regular kid, the chance to have a second chance at living. And I think that's one of the parts of our story that I hope people hear, is that we have gotten that chance. We have gotten the chance to live and to love and to help others.
Things that we thought might not be able to happen. You know, we've gotten proven wrong many times, for which we're grateful, and we get encouraged by the doctors at Duke who make darn sure that we aren't protecting him too much and are pushing him out into the world and taking risks so that he can live. But we know we've got folks we can turn to who we trust to help us manage the pieces for our entire family so he can flourish and be the child he needs to be.